Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to another Heroes Reborn review. And this is on episode 6 called Game Over. And in my opinion, this was the best episode of the miniseries so far. Really enjoyed it. Hiro is back in this episode, and just really happy that favorite character from the original series is back for appearance. I heard he's going to be appearing in 2 more episodes. But anyways, this was a good episode and really enjoyed it. And like I said, it's probably the best episode of the miniseries so far. The episode opens with Noah trying to kill Harris, trying to drown him in the pool in Erica's house. I think it's where it is, telling him, where Hiro Nakamura is and why Erica has the sword. Also, we see Carlos still holding the guy that got kidnapped in last week's episode, and Carlos wants to know where Oscar is. Then it cuts back to Noah, trying to get clues as to where he could find Hiro. Harris ends up taking Noah and Quentin to the Renata's southern facility, and they put this sort of like clip in Harris's nose, which I'll admit it kind of looked really silly. So they put that sort of clip in his nose so that he won't use his cloning powers. Zachary Levi, his character Luke is still trying to contact Joanne. He tells her, through a phone message, what he did. End up burning up their house. He ends up throwing his phone in the ocean, and he tells this guy that he's interested in a boat, and gives the guy the boat that him and his son made, which you saw in the previous episode in that little video that he was watching. Melina, well, before I get to her, Ren and Miko, they go to Renata's southern facility. Miko ends up meeting Noah, Quentin, and Harris inside the facility. And we learned that Miko's father is actually Hiro, which we all knew from the beginning that Miko had something to do with Hiro. And we find out that Hiro is imprisoned in the game that Miko is in, which we all call her in the video game character Katana Girl. And then we see later on that we see Harris and his clones, and also Phoebe, who is Quentin's sister, which we saw in Dark Matters. We find out that she comes in with the Renatas, and she ends up getting the power, like a sort of a shadowish evil power, and she's trying to kill Noah, and trying to kill Noah and Quentin. We found out that if Hiro is to be free, Miko has to end up dying, sacrificing herself. And when we see Miko trying to go back into the game and save Hiro, we see that Ren actually cares about her, telling her that he loves her. Miko ends up defeating this villain in the game, slicing her head off, and saving Hiro, saving her father. We see Harris and his Renata security trying to kill Noah. Harris shoots a bullet at Noah, only for time to stop, and that when we see the bullet freeze and everything, lo and behold, we see Hiro again, and it was just really great, to see him again. And I like the line that Noah says, great to see you again, old friend," which was really a good line, because with them it was just watching the original series again. It kind of felt like watching the original Heroes series again. And Noah ends up telling Hiro to take him to June 13th, back to find out what happened and give some more clues as to why Claire died. But also Quentin ends up being killed by Phoebe, with Phoebe using her powers, which is really sad to see. I like Quentin's character, the Quentin character. We also Tommy and Emily. Tommy using his powers, and him and Emily wind up in Paris. First they want to go to the Eiffel Tower, but we find out that the guards there are checking people who are Evos and are registered as one. And so him and Emily Tommy tries to put his arm through the detector, but he's not registered. It comes up that he's not registered as an Evo, and he ends up getting into a little fight with the guards, and also all the other guards come to try to take him out or get him away from entering. And so Tom uses his powers again, and him and Emily are now on this boat going somewhere. Melina goes off and she sees Luke at the vending machines, and later on in the episode she later sees Luke Zachary Levi trying to kill himself by drowning, because he jumps off the boat that he wanted. And so Melina ends up saving him by using her powers, and we find out that Melina is trying to find Tommy, which is a picture of him that she had in this envelope if you saw last week's episode. And she later tells Luke that they are going to save the world, both of them. And then at the end of the episode, Harris ends up calling Erica that they freed Hiro, and that really pisses Erica off. Like, she throws the iPad and the screen cracks. So, but yeah, and that ends the episode, and we later see Noah and Hiro at June 13th. Go back to June 13th, and that sets up next week's episode, which next week's episode and the following week's episode is going to be a two-parter called June 13th. So, we're going to see what really happened on that date. So, yeah, so that's pretty much the last night's episode. It was a good episode. Really enjoyed it. Probably, in my opinion, the best episode of the miniseries so far. And it's great to see Hiro back. It's great to see Masaoka come back and play the character that we all know and love, and is a fan favorite character of the original series. So, but yeah, so Masaoka only said that he said in the interview that he only did 3 episodes. The one episode being last night's, and the next 2 will be the two-parters, the June 13th episodes, and then, his character is no longer going to be on the rest of the miniseries. So, but yeah, so like I said, at least we got to see Hiro again. That whole scene with him and Noah. Like I said, it was kind of like watching the original series again. But yeah, so that's pretty much basically the episode, and anyways, that's it for my review of last night's Heroes Reborn episode, which was episode 6, Game Over. Thank you all for watching, and until next video, I'll see you all later.